Hi, I'm Robert Spencer, and I want to talk to you about my new class I'm offering in the Feldenkrais method. It's called The Power of Natural Movement. Now, I've been a Feldenkrais practitioner for 27 years. For 12 of those years, I've worked on faculty programs throughout the United States and Mexico to help train new practitioners in this method. But back on December 7th of 2012, a lot of things changed for me. I was skiing up in Sun Valley when a piece of my toe binding broke off, and this threw me into this tumbling, violent fall that shattered my right lower leg. The surgeon was able to put me back together using a bone graft and a bunch of screws and a long titanium plate down the outside of my shin bone. Now, as I speak to you today, I'm just about 5 months into my recovery, and I've discovered or rediscovered something really important, and that is the power of natural movement to help in our healing and our recovery of function. As I've become able to bear weight, to walk, to ride a bike, to swim, I've been able to speed up my improvement in a lot of ways that I didn't even predict. Now, using what I know from the Feldenkrais method, I've been able to work towards this more natural movement effectively and harvest the power that's in that way of moving. And that's what inspires me to offer this class to you. I want to bring that ability to make your movement more natural, which I'll talk about in a moment, and to harvest the power that that way of living brings. You see, normal movement, meaning the way most people usually move, may not be so normal at all. By normal, I mean natural movement, moving in the ways that nature and the laws of physics intend. But the stresses of life, injuries and illness combined with faulty learning conspire to produce distortions from natural movement. And these in turn can bring us chronic aches and pains, deterioration in muscles, ligaments, and joints throughout the body, and limitations on what we can do. We have the method to get better, to gain and regain the ability to move our bodies in a way nature designed us to function. The Feldenkrais method has helped me for years, and if you want, I'll make sure that it helps you too. Now, in this class, you'll pay attention and learn to move in ways that few people experience. You'll learn to read your body consistently, and that will tell you how you relate to the forces around you. Now, most fundamental and constant of these are gravity and the other physical forces. But there are more. Social and vocational forces, adapting to all the demands of the hustle and bustle of daily life, require physical adaptations that are reflected in our actions and posture. Becoming aware of movement allows you to distinguish between the aspects of your personal organization that support your health and well-being and those that detract, limit, age, or even injure you. But you'll develop the power to get better, to start from wherever you are, damaged or whole, stressed or relaxed, 20 or 80, and get better for as long as you live. Doing all this is easy. You'll engage in a variety of movement experiments. Usually you'll be lying on the floor, but sometimes sitting in chairs, sometimes standing or walking or another configuration. You'll be encouraged to move slowly, always staying within a range of motion that's comfortable for you. You won't have to stretch, lift weights, or even work up a sweat. Instead, you'll be guided to pay close attention and become fascinated with how you do what you do, without worry about accomplishment or so-called success. What you don't need, or what is inefficient or potentially damaging to you, just seems to fall away. Usually at the end of each lesson, you'll feel lighter but more grounded, more flexible and more relaxed, sensing improvements in posture and surprisingly easier movement. The Power of Natural Movements class will take place on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. starting June the 3rd and will continue indefinitely. You can sign up for one lesson at a time, or you can get a good discount on packages of 5 or 10 lessons, and that discount is up to 1/3 off, so it's worth doing. Depending upon the interests and needs of the students in the class, from time to time we'll explore certain special themes like breathing, balance, sitting, or walking. Sometimes we'll have a group of lessons that are oriented to a particular area of the body, say the low back, neck, shoulders, or knees. Space in our classroom is limited, so it's best to make a reservation. If you came to this video from my webpage or an email flyer, registration information is located there. But I'd be happy to talk with you. Please feel free to call me at 208-880-6788. Email me robert@robertlspencer.com, or visit my website, www.robertlspencer.com. Now, one thing really important, your first lesson is free, whether you start with us on June 3rd or later. So please come check it out. There's no risk, no obligation to you. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in class.